Can you hear me is the question. It's been a while since I streamed, so I don't know if my volume's good compared to the music. I have it on kind of low. Awesome. So I saw this challenge the other day where this person was just like, oh, I'm drawing Pokemon badly from memory, but in order. I don't know if they were also doing them in order from memory. I feel like I could do that for at least like the first 25, but that sounds like a lot of extra effort. So I just have a list of the Pokemon without any pictures. So obviously, first on the list is Bulbasaur. Actually, does the Pokemon list go up to like 1,000 now? I feel like it might. Oh god. I'm pretty out of it, because I stopped playing the games. I want to say with Sun and Moon. I mean, I still played Sword and Shield, but I wasn't buying them when they came out. I have not bought Scarlet and Violet, which kind of sucks because I do want to. I like the legendaries. It's set in Spain, which is a country that a lot of my family is from. I was really excited for it, and I like the starters. But I'm kind of foolishly waiting for the prices to drop in the used market. Because I managed to get Sword and Shield for like $27 each, and I feel like that was a pretty good deal. I'm trying to remember Bulbasaur's body. Like, how much of a neck does he have? Yeah, and it was at GameStop, which, like, GameStop is sort of famously known for, like, overcharging on the used games, so I was really shocked that I was able to find them for that cheap. I was just like, wow, I guess these games just, like, people didn't like them or something. That was, like, years after they came out, so I don't know if I just managed to go at a good time. His back leg's not round enough. Am I not making that enough? Something's missing. Yeah, we gotta make room for the bulb. He's got what I like to call like dinosaur squares. I don't remember exactly where they are. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. I don't know if I actually want to color them all in. also don't remember when Bulbasaur turned green, or if he is green instead of blue. I hope I remember what Bulbasaur looks like. I've seen it since I was a child. If I forgot anything, I would be very surprised. I think maybe it has, like, the triangles on its head. It's probably good enough. Let's see, Ivysaur, which is just Bulbasaur but bigger. Like, you take all the details from Bulbasaur and you just, like, enhance them. I actually think I did not make the Bulbasaur stubby enough. I think Ivysaur is the one that has more of like a dumb fine neck. One of the main differences I remember is Ivysaur has pupils, whereas Bulbasaur does not. It also has like the interior to its cat ears. For some reason in Gen 1, I love to give everything the angry eyes and cat ears. I always say if you want a prototype for what Gen 1 Pokemon were supposed to look like, just look at Rhyhorn or Nidoking. They were some of the very first Pokemon designed. They're like these weird mammal dinosaurs. Same for Kangaskhan. Kind of weird that they settled on more of a dinosaur aesthetic when I think the idea was originally to make it similar to bug catching. Okay. What does Ivysaur's thingy look like? Like a little... like... bud. Got like the base of a tree, but Ivysaur's main thing is that it's got the leaves. This definitely sounds like some remix version of the songs. Yeah, I just looked up music from the games in a play, you know, in like really long video, and hopefully I don't get smacked for it if it's like low enough, but I don't know. I just know like streams where I was drawing and didn't talk enough were kind of awkward with the silence. It's just hard for me to focus. I think his head should be bigger. Like a more blue version of Bulbasaur, less green. I have never streamed on YouTube before, so I don't... Not that I really figured out how much, like, how to stream on Twitch either. It was just like, I remember the VODs would just kind of like self-destruct. Unless you downloaded them. The problem is I always got like very conflicting information on when the VODs would self-destruct, so some people said, oh, it's like 3 days unless you're affiliate or partner or something. And then some people said 7 days. I don't know, I was getting really conflicting information, and my VODs weren't self-destructing after 7 days. it actually took them closer to like a month. And so I just kept forgetting to save my VODs. I saved a decent amount, but when I stopped streaming, I kind of forgot about my Twitch. And so I lost a few of my VODs, and I was like, oh, whoops. Yeah, thanks. My PNG Tomb Raider used to be a little smaller, and I used to have room for the chat, because I was on Twitch. But I never really had that many people in chat, so I was just like, well, this is just kind of taking up space. And on YouTube, the chat on screen is way less necessary because I'm pretty sure you can just have the chat replay. I don't know if I have to turn that on or something, but at least I know it's an option somewhere. Also remember, there was a streamer I watch on YouTube who had a problem with where, like, you know, if people say something that the mods delete, and it still shows up on the screen because you have chat on screen, and then you go and edit it out of your video, then it also gets rid of the live replay chat. So it's just better to have the live replay chat so your moderators can actually do their job. Yeah. Yeah, it was very much a like, please do not say slurs in chat moment or something, and I was just like, ooh. I have no idea when it went on there, but yeah, they had to edit that out of the video, so like that doesn't sound good. Oh yeah, but to be more specific, the thing that really made me decide I'm not streaming on Twitch again was the game I was streaming I actually was trying to save the VODs for, and I was just like, oh, you know, I'll post them on YouTube and then I'll continue playing on YouTube. This game's like a 40-hour RPG, and so missing like, I think it was either 6 to 8 hours of footage, because I streamed for 2-hour chunks every 2 days, like 2 or 3 days, like twice a week. Yeah, and I was just like, I can't get this back. Like, I don't have like a save file where I can just conveniently get that footage I lost. But yeah, it was my bad for not downloading the VODs and not having it, like, also saving the recording, I guess. But my computer was also chugging, and I think on my very last stream, my computer literally crashed. Like, it just straight up crashed. And so, luckily I had saved, like, the second I got into the town, I saved, but I had read all the dialogue for all the NPCs in this town, and then it freaking crashed on me, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm so over this. Like, it's kind of funny in retrospect, but I was like so devastated at the time. See if I can. Gotta make room for Venusaur. Venusaur's the big one. I don't know if that's enough room. So it's like a giant toad. Maybe I'll just turn these ones off. See how good I can draw a Venusaur. Just a big big old guy. Yeah, no, it was freaking awful, and that was a stream that like kind of convinced me to stop streaming because none of my friends were even showing up, and I kept telling them like, hey, you know, the VODs are on my Twitch, you can just catch up. If that one is okay, how does? Sorry, I'm focused. I'm trying to recall the memory of what Venusaur looks like. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah. I have a funny story about Venusaur. I don't know if you were on the internet for the Okaki art days, where you would like draw and paint BBS and it would just get posted to like a board. But I didn't have like a drawing tablet, so I didn't have like pressure sensitivity. I was drawing with a mouse. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I literally used this website called okakiart.com or something, or .net. But yeah, I remember very specifically I drew a Venusaur, and I was so proud of it because like I had mimicked like me little, I don't know, I was probably like somewhere between the ages of 11 to 12, and I figured out how to do like fake pressure sensitivity by lowering the opacity on the like paintbrush, so it'd be a bit see-through, and so I was able to just layer that to make the shading, and I was so freaking proud of how this Venusaur looked, and all my friends told me it looked awesome. And anyways, the guy who owned the website or whatever was like, yeah, I don't want to host this anymore, it's gonna get shut down, so save all the artwork you want before that happens. Me being a dumb kid, I think I just didn't like really take that seriously, and I was just like, oh yeah, whatever, okay, art's never gonna go away, someone else is just gonna like buy it and like continue hosting it, but no one did. And so I lost all my artwork that I made, and I was on like a Neopets board with a bunch of my friends, and also like a Pokemon board. That's where I drew the Venusaur. Yeah. So yeah, I have like an entire chunk of like lost art from my Okaki art days, and I've tried to use the Wayback Machine, and like I cannot find it. It looks a bit drowsy. He's bumpy. That's why I talked about this in my starter video, but I don't like that Venusaur's bumpy. The high frog man. And I say high because when you use him in Stadium, he always looks high. I mean, I liked Venusaur enough to draw as a child, so that has to count for something. Definitely use reference. I have no idea what it looks like. I don't know how close I am. But yeah, as much as I meme on like the Stadium Venusaur, I still thought it was really funny that, like, you know, it freaking shakes its body around to do like poison powder and sleep powder and stuff like that. Like, the animations in Stadium just had so much personality. I would just freaking spend hours in the I don't remember what it was called, but it wasn't Pokemon. It wasn't Pokemon Snap because Pokemon Snap wasn't out yet, and I wish I got that game because that's basically all I did in Pokemon Stadium because I was bad at the games when I was like 5. I just would take pictures of like Vulpix because Vulpix was one of my favorite Pokemon when I was like really young. I would just like cycle through all the backgrounds and take pictures of it until I ran out of film. And all they did in the picture mode was like just their like idle animations, I think. But like I loved like trying to capture them like the Rapidash in the middle of like rearing up. I can't remember if they gave you scores for the photos. I think it was pretty similar to Pokemon Snap, where it was just like, oh, center the Pokemon. You know, there was like sort of arbitrary score guide coded into the game. You know, I should definitely know what Venusaur looks like. I literally have Leaf Green. I've reset Leaf Green thousands of times at this point. It's too much like a hit. Did you even see Venusaur's tail? I feel like it's so big. And then it has spots on this thingy. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's based on a corpse flower, and so is Vileplume. Which is just like the really stinky plant. Yeah, I'm always shocked how many details people forget about Pokemon. Because I guess, even though you, like in the older games you see the back sprites, but back sprite's not like the full body. I feel like the arms connects a bit high here. I don't know, you can probably schmoob around. It's also bumpy. I don't like this eye. Looks a bit too... changed very little, but looks a bit less angry now. And then, I don't know if I'm getting points for details, but I think it also has like cuts in the leaves, or in the petals. I'll just steal the color from this one. I know they're pretty similar. I guess another reason the color is a bit hard for me to remember is, I don't know if you remember, but in Stadium, your Pokemon's nickname would change their colors. And this was like the pre-shinies. It's just like the nickname you gave your Pokemon would just like generate like a hex value or something that would determine what palette it had. And they kind of show this off with the NPCs, because the NPCs will have some like themes to their names. Like this guy has a Slowpoke, and he named it Poke Slow, and all his Pokemon's names are backwards like that. But yeah, there were some like freaky color combos where you're like, it did not even feel like that Pokemon was the right color anymore. But yeah, it was cool. I think I kind of miss stuff like that because it made them feel a bit more unique. Even though it was a bit silly that it's like, okay, I have this Pokemon, I'm gonna trade it back to my name, rename it something else, and then it's gonna magically be a different color. It's also surprising to me how many people didn't know that was mechanic. Never had Stadium 2, but I actually did look it up if it was a thing in Stadium 2, because Gen 2 is when shinies were added. Apparently it was still a thing in Stadium 2, which I think is a bit weird. I don't remember what color its flower is. Probably more red. It's based on a corpse flower. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. It's always weird to me that both Venusaur and Vileplume were based on the same thing. But like, Vileplume and Victreebel both just kind of existed just in case you didn't pick Venusaur, but some reason you wanted grass poison type. It was just there. Okay, I think that's good enough for Venusaur. Stretching a bit. How long did that take? About an hour, jeez. Oh. I tried to add some color some color to the background color because my friends are always like, oh my god, how can you work on pure white? I was like, I don't know, my brightness isn't that high. Alright, the chorizo family. Charmander's gonna be a tough one because I'm not because it's like hard to draw, it's just like hard for me to make it look properly appealing. I think it just has 3 fingers. That seems right. Anyways, I always have to give Charmander snout because the official art that they released in Fire Red and Leaf Green, it pains me because it's like Charmander like looking at the camera and going like, eh. And it looks like it has like 0 snout. It's actually even more, it kind of is at this angle. And it looks like it has such a flat face. I don't know. I just like the Gen 1 art of it a lot better. Especially because early on it had like a little back spike. Yeah. I don't know if you know this, I've said this several times, but some of my favorite artwork of the Pokemon is from the Electric-tailed Pikachu. Because in that one, all of the Pokemon just look more animalistic. Yeah. Kinda sucks that all anyone ever brings up about it is like, oh my god, it was so horny, they had to censor it. I'm like, that may be true. But I don't know. I just liked a lot about it. It just, yeah, it felt very real, and I'm gonna fix that dome real quick. I think that's good. Yeah. I guess I kind of hate that people made it a bigger deal than it had to be. Like, yeah, there's definitely weird stuff in it, but there's also a lot of good stuff. And while I feel like it's a bit less self-serious than the Pokemon Adventures or Pokemon Special manga, it was still like, I don't know, it felt really cool. Like, it was more spread out. It was less of a like continuous story, but it had some like really cool beats. And yeah, it was way more realistic, not just for like how the Pokemon were drawn, but even some of the battles were kind of bloody and like the Pokemon scratching each other up and bleeding and shit. Yeah. But the most interesting thing the manga did was, I originally did not like Clefairy that much, because it felt like a weird, like, Clefairy was supposed to be the mascot. I always had like this feeling that it was just like a flat, like unrealistic creature. And when I read the manga, the song does go very hard. I wonder what song it is. Tab over real quick. It says Area Zero, Scarlet and Violet. So I am not familiar at all. Oh yeah, but yeah, I was not a fan of Clefairy for some reason. I had even seen it in Stadium, so I had seen it in 3D. But for some reason it was that manga, and just like the way he drew it, with just like the subtle tufts of fur, like the implications of fur, and all this other stuff, it looks so solid to me. I was just like, oh, okay, now I can see how like Clefairy could be like a real animal, and I kind of like it. Okay, I actually don't know how to do the flame. Let's see, what color is Charizard's eyeball? Is it blue? What color? Actually shocked I do not remember Charizard or Charmander as well as I thought I would. What color is his eyeball? Yeah. If anything, I think it's kinda... I very much have a thing for, like, underdogs. So, I mean, when I was younger, I did like Pikachu, but I did kind of get sick of Pikachu, and it was just like on everything, and it was just like, you know, when I was older, I was just like, it's not even a good Pokemon. Why did they force it to be the mascot? Whereas like Clefairy was supposed to be the mascot, but then it kind of got disgraced from that position, which made it more interesting to me. And the kind of funny thing is that Clefairy and Clefable are actually like really good. Mostly because they have like really busted ability. But yeah. I don't think I would like Clefairy as much if it was the actual official mascot. I kind of like it because it was supposed to be the mascot, but then they were like, nope, it's not good enough. Okay, Charmeleon. It's more of a... Wait. Charmeleon is just like Charmander, but like more dinosaur. I feel like it probably has angry eyes. That's got the mono horn. And it's like, if Charmander's a Cheeto, then Charmeleon is a hot Cheeto. It's kind of got like thin biceps, and then like the lower arm is a bit thicker. I think. I don't know. I think some people got mad at me for saying so, but I was just like, Charmeleon's just sort of the stage that I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but it's just bigger Charmander, and I just want it to be Charizard already. Actually, it took me a while to evolve my shiny Charmeleon in Leaf Green because I was resetting for a shiny Eevee, which I unceremoniously never got because I was at a convention and I was trying to teach my table neighbor how to gamble in Pokemon because I was like, no, it isn't, you have to understand, like, it's not random, like, you can figure out how to make money at the game corner, it's real easy. They were like, oh, okay. And then I was just showing them how easy it was for me to get money at the game corner, and I got enough coins to buy a Porygon, and so I was like, because Porygon's really cheap in Leaf Green for some reason. Only 6,500 coins, whereas in Red, Yellow, and Fire Red it's like 9,999, which is not, like, I couldn't make that much, but it's a pain in the ass. But once I got enough for the Porygon, I was just like, oh, I'm not, you know, I did this to take a break from resetting for the shiny Eevee, so let me try and get a shiny Porygon just to see if I'll get it. And so I saved the game. And then I buy Porygon, and it was like, oh, Porygon's been sent to box number 1. I was like, I should have an empty spot in my party. I look at my party, and I have the fucking Eevee with me. I guess because I was on such autopilot that, you know, I booted up my game, I saw the Eevee, I probably picked it up, I didn't even check what it was, and then I went to the game corner without thinking. Because again, I was just like autopilot, like, okay, reset the game, check the stat summary screen, reset if it's not shiny. So yeah, I got like, not the most trash Eevee I could have gotten, but there were some like there were some timid EVs I had gotten that had like 431 IVs that I would have rather stopped on if I was not gonna get the shiny. Kind of forced me to just like have like, in the end I think it was a good thing because it forced me to have like a sort of like generic EV for this run, because it's not like I was trying to get like the perfect natures. I was just like, oh, it'd be so fun to have like several shinies because I got the shiny Charmander so easily. Clearly I'm gonna get every shiny very easily. But no, I was resetting for that Eevee for like over 2 weeks, and I did not get it, so I'm pretty sure it was just cursed. Oh yeah, but once I stopped resetting for the Eevee, I was finally able to evolve my Charmeleon. Actually, no, I think I got tired of resetting for the Eevee at some point, and so I did actually go to Erica's gym, and I just soloed it with Charmeleon so that Charmeleon would evolve into Charizard. And then I renamed my I don't remember what I named it, but I renamed it to Coca-Cola, because it's like black and red. I renamed my Victory Bell to Sprite. It's not that red. It's like a dark orange. Not Cheeto. Yeah, I like to have theme names for all my teams, because it helps me, like, remember what file they were from. Especially because I got tired of trying to get a male Nidoran, because male Nidoran's more rare in Leaf Green versus the female one. Because I'm sorry, I have a personal bias against Nidoqueen. She scared me as a child. And Nidoking is purple, and he's poison type, so I think that just fits. But the one that the in-game trade gave me was called Mr. Nido. And so I joked, it's like, it's a Pokemon knockoff of Dr. Pepper. And that's sort of where I came up with the soda theme names. Yeah, it was literally just like Mr. like Mr. Nido. Like that's the first in-game trade you'll get for a male Nidoran if you have Leaf Green. And then I think I got... Yeah, so now that I've actually progressed in my game some, which I won't be able to touch for a bit, got a Staryu, immediately evolved it into Starmie. I called it Starry, which is just the rebranded Sierra Mist. I'm trying to remember if there's anyone else I'm forgetting on my team. I think I have Butterfree and Clefairy were on my team, but I was considering just boxing them. Because, I skipped Gen 3 originally, so I did not know that, Clefairy doesn't get Magic Guard until Gen 4. Because the first game I ever played that had natures and abilities was Diamond, Pokemon Diamond, because I never played a single Gen 3 game. So to go back to the Gen 3 games and be like, wait, where's all the good abilities? Why doesn't my Persian have the ability to get Technician? Why does it only have Limber? Why does Clefairy only have Cute Charm? Stuff like that is not fun to, like, realize, like, why can't Cloyster get Skill Link? Oh, you know what? I feel like I can't color its belly because it's too similar to the background. Make it closer to white. The Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series? No, that's from X and Y. Wow. I feel like it's either dark blue or violet. Yeah, no, that feels right. Because I think I had like a kind of miscolored one in Stadium, and it was somewhere in the blue range. Alright, here's our 5. Now we're gonna have to make room for Charmander, Charizard. I don't know why I get all of their names mixed up, probably because they all literally start with Char. Not very creative. Alright. The ultimate chorizo. It's kind of big. I don't know how accurate I'm gonna draw him. I did kind of learn how to draw dragons from this guy. There's a bump between the horns, I feel like. Amity Park. I feel like, yeah, the snout should be a bit longer. Other than that. Maybe I had it accurate and then I just fucked it up, but I don't care. Definitely has a fang. You always got to have your showing teeth. Amity Perk is such a funny thing to like be playing while I'm doing Charizard. No, it's Hearthstone City in general. Okay. I feel like I made his neck too fat. I think he has like, well, first skull and then he's fat. The big old dragon. I don't know. Trying to remember how to draw a Charizard wing without just drawing a dragon wing. They are still kind of simplified and cartoony. He's got like the tiniest little T-Rex arms. I mean, so does Flygon. Flygon's like one of my favorite Pokemon. I feel like I just drew him in such an awkward pose. His wing needs to be a bit smaller. One of my favorite things about Charizard is everyone's like, yeah, he's such a big epic dragon. And then he's like 5 feet tall. Yeah, the anime definitely played way more into the size variation thing. Specifically, like, with the Charizard storyline, they kind of go like, oh, Ash's Charizard is, like, weak because it was bred in captivity, unlike our epic Charizard that were, like, raised on the mountains. Which, that is, like, a really interesting idea. I wonder if they ever plan to do more variation with Pokemon. Like Legends of Arceus, you'd have like the size variation, but also just the idea of like bred Pokemon being more docile and like wild Pokemon being more aggressive or something like that. Like I have a feral Charizard. Should make it shiny. That's Gen 2 shiny. I'll go black. The black might hide a lot of the details I put in, so maybe not. Oh yeah, honestly, like, the clone Pokemon from the first movie, like how the clone Charizard had like darker orange stripes on it. Wow, there's just a lot of ideas I wish they would do more with. Like, I definitely feel... I swear this was fairly recent. They, like, redid that first movie in 3D. And I feel like they should have done, like, an event where you could get, like, the clone Pokemon or something. That would be cool. I think one of the rarest things I ever owned was, the spiky-eared Pichu in Heart Gold, but I recently checked my Heart Gold and I guess I deleted that file. Because I was like, oh, well I can't trade it out of Heart Gold, it's just stuck here, but I really want to play Heart Gold again. I think I just salvaged what I could by trading to Diamond and lost all my crap. Because I went to a lot of events when I had Heart Gold. Like, I still have a Jirachi and some other stuff on my Heart Gold file that must have managed to save by trading back and forth, but yeah, I lost the spiky-eared Pikachu, or Pichu, the shiny Pichu, the Rotom key that like lets Rotom transform into the other forms. I should give him another wing. Ugh, I'm lazy. That's about good enough. Yeah, I always have periods of like, oh, I wish I still had that, and then also periods of like, I don't care. Don't care enough to save that stuff, I just want to play the game. Inside of his wings is sort of like dark blue or dark green. Maybe. That feels right. I think the thing that sort of made me realize that I shouldn't reset my files anymore is when I played Diamond, I did not cherish my copy. I've reset it so many times. I've literally had that game crash because I tweaked and I got Shaman, and then for some reason it just like crashed it and like deleted my save file, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Just started the game over. Like, my Diamond file was not sacred to me. It like, to this day, it's not even past Elite 4, and I've gotten to the Elite 4 on that file literally hundreds of times, and it's currently in a reset state. So I was probably planning to play through it again. But I'm trying to decide what color to make his eyeball. The first file I actually regretted resetting was my white file, my very first one. Because I was really into competitive during Gen 4, and one of the things that I realized when Gen 5 came out was that they finally gave Nasty Plot to Lucario, but the only way to get it was through Riolu. And obviously you couldn't really get Lucario in Black and White, so what I had to do was trade one up from like Pokemon Diamond after I beat the game. And they had also made a bunch of the breeding changes that made breeding way easier. Like on Heart Gold, I have a team I tried to breed and use to like fight people, and like half of them didn't even have like perfect IVs. Like they had like maybe 3 or 4 perfect IVs, but not all of them. But the changes they made in Black and White were the Destiny Knot changes, where it pulls IVs from the parents, like 5 of them. So if you had 2 Pokemon that had 6 perfect IVs, you would be basically guaranteed to have the offspring have at least 5 perfect IVs, no matter what, and then you just gotta roll for that last one, if you even need it. Usually you just leave it for your dump stat. Like if you have a special attacker, you're not gonna care that your attack IV is low. But anyways, I bred, like using this knowledge and the fact that I had traded up these Lucarios, I basically bred myself a perfect Lucario. And I never liked using it like physically, because it learns Aura Sphere, and Aura Sphere is a special type move. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna breed a Nasty Plot Riolu. That is my goal. And so I got basically a perfect Riolu, and I had to keep it as a Riolu until like level 48, like something ridiculously high, to keep your Pokemon as a baby stage. But then when it finally evolved, it was like so fucking powerful. And I took that thing to like, I don't remember what that cave was called, but the one where you catch Kyurem, and that basically had like the highest level Pokemon in the game. And I trained my Lucario all the way up to 100 there, which Gen 5 is also when they made the changes to how EXP works. EXP used to just kind of be a flat value that defeated Pokemon gave. Like, oh, level 2 Bidoof always gives 5 EXP. Does not matter if you're level 2 or level 99. It will always give 5 EXP. They changed that in Black and White so that EXP became more relative to your current level. So if I'm level 90 and I go kill the level 2 Patrat, I'm literally only getting like 1 or 2 EXP. I'm not even getting 5. So I had to grind up in this final cave where I haven't played it. I'll get to why, but I haven't played Black and White in a really long time. Sorry, I'm slightly focusing on drawing this Squirtle. So yeah, it's like I had to go to this cave. It was mostly full of ghost types, so I couldn't even use Aura Sphere. If I'm remembering correctly, it was just like an incredibly frustrating experience to get it to level 100, but then once it was, I was like, okay, I got my perfect Lucario and can fight people with this. And then I started like playing competitive Gen 5, and I instantly quit because I hated weather, and I hated like the for some reason Gen 5 had like 2 trios. It had the 3 Musketeers, and then it had like the wind, like Thunderous, Landorus. I really didn't like those guys. And so yeah, I quit competitive really early on, which I had stuck it through like all of Gen 4. And so I was like so excited for Gen 5, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get in on the ground floor, I'm gonna enjoy playing competitive, but I hated the new abilities. Like Regenerator felt really busted, even though I liked using Menchao. I don't know, I was just like, I don't like the balance, the way the game is balanced this generation, so I'm just gonna sit it out. And then X and Y came out, and then the Megas came out, I was just like, okay, this is... And then Fairy type, oh my god. I was like, this game is just not balanced. And it sucked, because it nerfed my favorite type, well, one of my favorite types, which is Dragon. Which I guess the dragons had been too powerful for too long. It just... I feel like they overcorrected by making Fairy type immune to Dragon. I don't know why it couldn't just be a resistance. Because they kind of did the same thing to Psychic type when Dark type came out. They're like, oh, just make it an immunity. It's like, okay, an immunity is like really strong. Are you sure you don't want to like... You just make it a resistance? And it's like, oh, flying type's immune to ground, but ground is immune to electric, so those are your 2 types that have immunity. I swear this is what Squirtle looks like, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I like bugs too. One of my favorite bugs is Scissor. And it kind of gets to be a powerful bug because it only has like 1 weakness. But that's because it's Steel type. You pair bug with like the strongest defensive type and suddenly it only has 1 weakness. But yeah, I've always been disappointed that they don't really give Bug anything, because even when Fairy type came out, they used it as a chance to buff Steel and Poison offensively. 007. And ironically, one of my favorite bugs is not a bug type. Even though it would have made a lot of sense to make Flygon a bug dragon. I'm almost like glad that they didn't, because ground is just so fucking strong as a type. It should be a lighter blue. Desaturated blue? Maybe? I don't know. Heracross is another bug I like just because it's like actually strong. The Butterfree gets a shout out for being like one of those bugs that seems useless but is actually pretty useful. Just because its special stat is so high for something you get so early on. And then it's like, it doesn't even get bug type moves because like bug type moves are physical in gens 1 through 3, so I wouldn't even want the bug type moves. You get psychic moves, and psychic moves are just good. Oh my god, what color are Squirtle's eyes? Pink? The Squirtle in the anime is almost always wearing freaking sunglasses, so I actually do not remember. Are they brown? That doesn't feel right. Yeah, it just sucks. Beedrill is not very good. I definitely, like, I don't know, I felt like Beedrill was a bit cooler, but he's not very good. There's also just so many poison types in Gen 1, like, why would you use Beedrill of all of them? You could even use Butterfree's counterpart that you get later on, which is Venonat, or Venomoth. They're way more, like, on par in terms of stats. Is this white? I feel like I'm drawing a Gen 1 Squirtle. This doesn't feel right. I definitely drew this a lot as a kid, so I remember it having the sections where it's like head and arms come out. Thanks for joining. Thanks for staying so long. I'm probably gonna stop streaming it once I finish this evolutionary line. Maybe, I don't know. I am taking longer to draw than I thought I would. does that fluffy tail look like? I don't know. I'm not very good at these. Oh, hello. One person leaves and another joins. Okay. Trying to get the right color for War Turtle. Also, let me know if you can hear me. I know I kind of mumble a lot to myself. I think that's good. Okay, good. I messed with my mic settings, and I think I got rid of, like, the annoying hissing, popping sound I kept getting, but I'll have to see if it's still there when I hear this back later. I hear random thumping. I think my cat's trying to get attention. Probably gonna stop streaming after I draw Blastoise, but I don't actually know how long that's gonna take me. I think because I'm coloring these in, it's taking a bit longer. But I feel like part of remembering the Pokemon is also remembering what color they actually are. That's the challenge I'm giving myself. Probably the hardest thing is remembering what the frickin' eye color is. Is it red? I think if it was green, it would kind of create an interesting circle because I think I got the Charmander's lines eyes correct because they're like blue. Bulbasaur's line is like red. I think if Squirtle line had like green eyes, that would make sense. I feel like they're red. Are they brown? I don't know. Okay, Blastoise is sort of the odd one out. It's got cat ears, it's got like a brow ridge, it's got the angry eyes. I don't know. I think maybe as a kid I kind of thought he looked like Bowser. I think this is going to be the most difficult one for me, because Blastoise is probably my least used Gen 1 starter. Wait, does he have teeth? Yeah. That feels more right than not. Pokemon always have teeth that are like poking out. Kind of like crocodiles. No, he's just a Pokemon that has like a lot of sections. It's like really hard to remember. Oh, I love this song. This is definitely from Diamond and Pearl. I suppose. The draw cannons, this is not a child-friendly design. How am I supposed to draw this as a child? Actually coming out better than I anticipated though. I really am not a Blastoise fan. I think it looks like, I don't know. It's got weird sectiony legs as well. His belly just kind of has a roundness to it. It doesn't have the same sort of turtle pattern that Wartortle and Squirtle do. I believe he's more from the era when like Ken Sugimori was making Pokemon that looked more like weird, like half dinosaurs. Oh my gosh, what does his head look like? Can't remember. Play the second cannon, whatever. I don't remember his tails in sections. I feel like that would make sense because the rest of them sort of is, but question is what type of sections? Oh my god, I hope that's close enough. Sorry to the Blastoise fans, I failed you. Okay, it's definitely dark blue. I'm pretty confident about that. It's on the cover stadium, right? It's the greatest song ever. Did not mean to undo that. Back to Diamond and Pearl. See, this is Jubilee. I'm just gonna steal the cream for its belly. I want to pick one that stands out from the background. I feel so bad for not remembering what Blastoise looks like because I think most of my memories are like the really early Gen 1 sprites. They look kind of silly. Like, I can't remember which game it was. I think it was probably Red Blue, where the way it takes up space in the sprite is that it kind of looks like it's looking down at you, but then it just like has a big old shell belly and it's like holding on to its belly, and that's just sort of how it lives in my mind. It's just like Pillsbury dough turtle. I think it's still cold out. It's not my personal cup of tea, but I think it's a really cool snapshot of the time. Very much is a Gen 1 Pokemon. I still have to question the decision to have cannons coming out of the shell, though. I guess because otherwise it'd just kind of be a turtle. I would have really rather seen a war turtle direction go a bit further than a fluffy turtle. What color are your eyeballs? Can't be green. I don't know. I feel like they're red. Maybe brown. It's probably gonna be the one spot where I'm tripped up. I do not remember eye colors that well. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up here. So far, what I got done was the first 9. I'm just gonna go through them backwards. The War Turtle, Squirtle, Charizard. Let's just group those. I might get less of a pain later. Charmeleon, Charmander, Venusaur, Ivysaur, and Bulbasaur. Alright, thanks for watching. Might come back to this again. I'm a bit bored again. I'm not sure if I'll do exactly the same format or if I'll do something else. Yeah, thank you for joining, and peace out.